Julia Chernetsky here with FanPass.tv the night before the massive Rock on the Range concert extravaganza. Tonight is a very special event, Roast on the Range with Corey Taylor. Massive rock stars about to be told what's up. This guy's got quite a reputation, so this is going to be really, really fun. And guess what? FanPass.tv got the all access pass. We're going to show you everything that goes on backstage. Tune in and rock on.
Dude, we've known each other so long.
Are we doing something cool?
Yeah, we're shooting.
Yeah.
FanPass.tv is the company that's working with all.
Yeah, Julia's doing some stuff with you guys,
Julia,
right?
damn right.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's
Dude,
up,
how are
Matt?
you, my brother? Dude, Liquid Metal sounds great, man.
Oh,
You're
dude, thank you,
it,
man.
dude.
I saw Matt walking down the streets of New York City the other day, and you were hauling ass, and you were on your phone. You were like, no, no, no. And I was like, Matt, hey!
Did you yell to me or no?
No, I don't think I did.
No, I always look like I'm fucking like intense.
Well, because walking the streets of New York City, you gotta be
have to
intense,
be,
dude.
right,
It's nuts,
dude?
Yeah, but thanks, dude. SiriusXM is doing awesome.
You're killing it,
Been there
man.
14 years.
Dude, the work you've done on
believe it.
Octane and Liquid Metal.
Thanks, man.
Killing it.
Ozzy's Boneyard is the channel that I
you're
worked
doing that
with.
too.
Yeah, so.
Dude, I'm loving it. When I
Yeah.
hear like Stranglehold by Ted Nugent. Like, I'm like
dude.
listening for like Thin Lizzy and like.
We play a lot of Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
Dude. When I got Ozzy's Boner, I added a lot more Thin Lizzy, man. That's
so
a band.
cool.
That's a band that should be on it.
Thank you.
Of course,
thank you,
dude.
thank
Of course,
you.
dude. On behalf of
love
all
the
the Thin
metal.
Lizzy fans, dude.
Yeah, we do.
So
We
this is pretty
absolutely
cool, man. So this is. Are we doing?
It's so much fun. Like, I mean, looking at the festivals that you've done so much support for hard rock and for metal.
Yeah, dude.
Like, think about it, like, you know, talk to me.
It's a disease, brother Matt, brother.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
born to help bring metal to the masses, dude. It's such a passionate fire inside of me, dude, and I love supporting the bands. I love seeing the success. You know how it is to get a cool band that we like and all of a sudden help them and then see how...
you know, people love it. Like, they're listening to like...
And then
whether
people
it's Lamb of God or Volbeat or something amazing
whoever
like
it is,
you love.
King,
you know?
12 Foot Ninja, all these bands that I love.
12 Foot Ninja, how great.
Awesome, dude. They stayed
This
at my
weekend,
house.
baby.
Yeah, I know they're playing on
So
Sunday.
good.
I'm introducing them on stage on Sunday, and then I'm doing an autograph signing session with 12 Foot Ninja at the
I love
Jaeger
that,
tent.
man.
So yeah, but it's cool to see these bands get successful and to grow and to flourish and to blossom in front of our eyes, man.
So the work you've done, like working, and you've also the Latin TV stuff you've done. But like,
8 years,
you
man.
talk to like the bands from Brazil or South America.
Dude.
Talk to me about that, like.
Dude, Latinos are hardcore, man. We're insane about music.
Love rock.
Well, I'm saying Latinos are rock
love
fans.
Rock fans.
They're born with it.
Yeah.
We are born with it. And so I got into metal when I was in kindergarten, and I know
first
how
band you
hardcore.
loved, first record. What was
My first tape I got the day after Christmas, and it was Motley Crue "Shout at the Devil." And I got it with my kindergarten. And my grandma, my nana, gave me money, and I had my dad take me to Kmart.
Yeah.
And I ended up stealing tapes from Kmart when I was in high school.
I actually got arrested for stealing.
I did too,
records.
dude. I was in high school.
You know, people today can steal music online or whatever else.
I
remember running out with like a fucking album and getting arrested.
I stuffed 3 tapes. I stole Primus, Queensryche, and damn, I forgot the other one. Faith No More.
Yeah.
And then I stuffed them in my baggy jeans, and then undercover cop.
Right by your balls.
Yeah, of course,
right by your
dude.
balls, of
Keep
course.
them warm, man.
Yeah.
And then I went outside in the car, and I got to my car, and I thought I made it safe, and some security guard pushed me down. He's like, "I got you, punk," and I was like, "Oh,
Who picked you up? Who picked you up from being arrested?
My dad did.
See, my brother did. That was so good. Thank God my parents were out of town.
Oh, my dad did. My dad also picked me up at the border a bunch of times for being detained.
I know.
It was just a little bit of weed, man. Come on, dude.
We love rock and roll.
I had to do it, man.
But we had to behave like that. There was no other way.
It's the only way to live, man.
It's
It's cool, man. I like doing all this. You got a mic boom stand. You got
this is
crew and stuff.
FanPass.tv.
I love it, man. I've been reading about this, man.
Yeah, man,
so
we're
like
doing some good stuff.
Cool.
Me and Julia are working on it.
Yeah,
we're having a great time,
I love
you know.
it, man. Well, cool.
I love you. You're fucking
Hey, have fun this weekend, brother. Dude.
I love
so,
it.
Yeah.
You know I do.
I'll be hanging out right here. Oh, look at Sebastian Bach is here.
There's a man I love. Oh my God! Good to see you. Sebastian Bach, everyone.
Oh, you're on here?
Yeah, I'm doing my new.
Matt Pinfield.
Yes. How much do I love you, brother?
You love me.
You were on the plane.
Wait, I want to do something.
Yeah.
You got the camera going?
Ready? Yeah.
This is an exclusive.
It's giving me
This
hair.
is a Matt Pinfield exclusive.
I need hair. I love you. Thank you. How do I look with fucking hair? Especially beautiful
How cool
hair.
is that?
I love
You didn't think you're gonna fucking see that today, did you?
Yeah, no, you didn't. But with your voice.
Dude, you got snot in my hair.
I did not. No, it's not. How are you, brother?
I'm fucking great.
What do you think about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing with Kiss not playing? You and I love Kiss.
I don't think that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is fun.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's like a big fight. Like rock and roll is supposed to be fun.
Dude, that's why Skid Row, Jovi bands. I mean, like, you know, I want to see my brothers all in.
Huh?
I want to see all my brothers in. You know?
I don't think that I'm gonna be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame anytime soon. Maybe like.
No, you will be, but it's gonna take people like myself that are involved to nominate bands that we love and just tell other people stop being. See, music enthusiasts, not music elitists. That's what it's about.
I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
How about for you though? Like, favorite Kiss record? I always wanted to ask you this. You and I talk about. I've been to your house. I mean, I know. I've seen your collection.
Maybe Rock and Roll Over. Or Hotter Than Hell.
Hotter Than Hell's mine.
I love Hotter Than Hell.
You know what I love?
The production is so.
It's the worst ever.
Bad that it sounds like it was recorded in hell.
On purpose. Yes, it does. But how about this? And I don't know if you knew this, Sebastian, but when Alex Coletti, who did the Unplugged, walks in my office and goes, "You love Kiss, right?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Will you talk to your fucking bosses?
Yeah.
They don't think Kiss are worth an Unplugged." I'm like, "What?" And I walk into the room and I go to my boss. "You don't think Kiss are worth an Unplugged? Come on, man. They'll sell 500,000 records, every record, without any promotion."
That's a great Unplugged.
And by the way, and I was there for it, but the funniest thing in the world was when Gina Paul, and before their Doc McGee management, Lieber and Krebs, managing them for that short minute, they took us to lunch. And I just said, dude, I go, Hotter Than Hell's one of my favorite records of all time.
Right.
And tell me why it sounds like an air conditioner gets turned on in the beginning of Got to Choose.
That's right.
It's still one of the greatest records ever.
I love it. I have a new record called Give 'Em Hell. Go buy it.
Hey, dude, doing Broadway, dude, your voice is phenomenal.
Yes.
But doing like Broadway and stuff, it's like, my girlfriend's like, tell Sebastian his voice is the best. You run that gamut of like being able to be one of the greatest rock singers, and also doing Broadway. I just think that's fucking genius.
I actually have a new TV show premiering next weekend on ABC called Sing Your Face Off. And it's 8 episodes. It premieres May 31st at 9 p.m. on ABC.
Talk to me about it.
I'm singing my face off on this show.
Dude, your voice
It's me and John Lovitz and Carmen Electra and other people.
Awesome.
And we try to imitate other singers.
Yeah.
So
who do you sing? Because I mean, dude.
I do a bunch of different people.
Yeah. You're so. Dude,
maybe I'll.
Freddie, or you do like who else?
I might do Freddie Mercury. I might do Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
I might do Lady Gaga.
Right.
I'm not afraid.
You know why? Sebastian is amazing because he and I both, we have a thing. We love all styles of music.
I do.
But we just love music.
I love music. I put on music and I escape into it.
Yeah, when you did Phantom, like, how was that experience?
Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh, Jekyll and Hyde.
Yes.
I fucked up, sorry.
Yes.
But I usually don't. But
yes.
Jekyll and Hyde, but wasn't it great? How was that experience?
It was wonderful. It was the
great,
most fun I had on Broadway. It was definitely.
Let me ask you a question about that, like, in the rehearsals, and then singing every night, Sebastian, like, what was that like? Like, because I always wonder, like, that takes so much. Like, it's fucking...
Well, 8 shows a week for 6 months. You have to know what you're doing to not lose your voice. I mean,
how do you do that? Like, talk to young singers out there. Like, how do you not?
Okay,
You got one of my.
I will tell you.
All right, cool.
There's a scale called bel canto, which is hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
It's a scale set.
Yeah.
It's like going to the gym, and this scale is used by everybody from Tony Bennett to Dee Snider, to John Bon Jovi, to Lady Gaga.
One of my friends.
Christina Aguilera. It's just a scale, and I do this scale. The more I do it, the better I sing.
Yeah.
But then, after I do those, I sing along to like Old Journey.
Yeah.
And then after that, Old Judas Priest.
All great.
And those ranges of Steve Perry and Rob Halford are how I get my super high scream.
Is it Infinity or like Sin After Sin? Which albums are they?
It's actually Stained Glass.
Stained Glass.
The song
White.
Saints in Hell.
Yeah, and White Heat Red Hot.
Yeah, that's great. But my voice, the song Saints in Hell.
Yeah.
If I can wail that full power.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go on the road. Yeah.
You know, I saw that tour that shows you how old I am when I was a little kid.
You saw Stained Class?
I saw Stained Class, dude.
Oh my God.
Judas Priest were second on the bill. I saw them Sin After Sin.
Wow.
This blows people's minds. Opening for Stars and REO Speedwagon.
Amazing.
Then I saw them with the Gods,
yeah.
Judas Priest, and Angel.
Wow.
I was there.
Amazing.
I just love rock.
That's cool.
Dude, and you know, and Rob, we talked years later, and he was just joking with me, going, dude, you don't look that old. I'm like, yes, but I am. But it's cool.
Well, they got a new record coming out now, so.
Can't wait.
That's great.
Sebastian, how's your new record? What's on it?
It's called Give 'Em Hell. I got Duff McKagan on the bass, John 5 on guitar, Steve Stevens on guitar. So I don't know
Some of the greatest guys in the world. Like
best I could find.
Yeah.
I mean, Duff McKagan on bass.
Yeah.
When I'm looking over to my right, shooting a video.
Yeah.
And I'm going, this motherfucker wrote Welcome to the Jungle.
And It's So Easy, which was really, like, you know, that was one of his songs.
Yeah.
He and Axl.
And Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah.
So I love Duff.
And we love Guns. We know we do. You know.
So the album, #3 on Billboard hard rock album chart.
Yeah.
It's really fucking awesome. Highest I've been on Billboard in 17 years.
Yeah. Sebastian, you're the real thing, though. So I love you. I mean, dude, you're the real thing. You
my
represent
voice
rock.
has a life of its own.
Dude, it's still as great as it was.
I gotta just show up.
Yeah. And keep doing it, please.
Well, I will.
We love you.
Believe
you
me,
know
I will.
I mean?
Believe me.
So I know you're the Toastmaster tonight.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Like, it's
I think it's funny.
We love Corey. It's you and Scotty Ian. It's like a bunch of our old friends.
To be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever been paid and flown to a rock festival and I don't play any music.
Or sing. You're not doing 18 of Life.
So whatever.
You're not doing
it's your show.
Yeah,
you want me to tell fucking jokes? I'll leave the concert to the real singers.
Yeah. The best. Quick.
Fuck all that Broadway shit.
Yeah. Last question. Come On and Love Me. Yours or Snake's? Who picked that for the covers?
I don't know, dude.
You love Kiss.
It's not 92.
Yeah. You forgot like I did, but I love it. But listen, I'm so glad to see you, brother.
All right.
Are you still in Jersey?
No, I'm in Beverly Hills, California.
Good weather is a place to go.
Yes. It's great hair weather out there.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And listen, if I had it. But thank you for giving it to me. Thank you. Okay. Sebastian Bach, everybody. Amazing. Get his new record.
Buddy. Give him hell.
It's fanpass.tv.
Thank you.
What the fuck is up?
Didn't we ever meet before?
Which is ridiculous. We haven't.
I don't think
because
so.
Don and I work together. He was my producer.
Absolutely.
You know, I love Eddie.
I know.
Like, you know, you guys are people I love. And I love the show.
I've been a
when you're talking about, can I interview right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. Fanpass.tv, Jim Florentine. I love this guy, man. All I can say is it's crazy that we've never hung out.
No, because you were from New Brunswick or something.
Yeah.
I grew up in Old Bridge.
Dude, I grew up in East Brunswick.
Right, I cut lawns in East Brunswick.
Yes,
I probably cut your lawn.
Or you and I cut once to buy records that we loved. You know,
I used to go to Record Center on Route 18.
Record Center on Route 18, right across the Brunswick Square Mall.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Buy every fucking cool record. We're like, gotta buy the newest, coolest record.
Right, and then you had Johnny Z's shop down.
Yeah, Johnny, we love. Yeah,
all that stuff. So
Johnny and and that family who I love, so much. And it's you and I. It's true. I mean, it's from that area. People realize like there's so much love of rock from that area. And what you're doing on that metal show is so good.
Thank you, man.
I love you and Eddie. I mean, Eddie and I have been friends for so long. I mean, there's always a funny story that like originally people watched me and Eddie like just talking about music. They're like, that should be a show. And then, like then I had a little falling out with VH1 at the moment. It was more about like my Mark Cuban thing. But then they put him on with some woman who like knew nothing about music, and it was remember that thing? And then of course once you and Don and Eddie were in the same room, it was the real shit.
Well, thank you, man.
So talk to me about like being from Jersey and Old Bridge.
What's that?
Talk to me about being from Jersey and Old Bridge.
Look, I grew up, Johnny Z, I lived in the same neighborhood as him.
Yeah.
Metallica came to town.
Yeah.
I was a 17-year-old kid. He's like, hey, can you get these guys around my house? And can you get them out? Because me and my wife was on peace, so I'd bring them to the East Brunswick Mall, drive Metallica around, drive bands like Raven around.
Yeah.
Saw Twisted Sister play in the clubs back in the day and all that. Then worked at the Birch Hill nightclub in Old Bridge.
Dude, you were at the Birch Hill.
I was a DJ on Friday nights. when he did Heavy Metal Fridays. I worked at the Playpen, Art Sucks Playpen.
Yeah, remember Art Sucks? Yeah, and so talk to me about, like, on an average night, what were you spinning back then? Like, what records were you pulling out?
You know, it was around 88, 89, so I was playing, you know, the Metallica stuff, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I remember playing the Faith No More shit. I was starting to play some of the newer stuff that was coming out, too.
It was cool.
I remember playing that, and then, you know, just whatever was... It was still like classic metal, so I'd, you know, throw some Motley in.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
But it was great, man. So
we talk about Kiss. We were just rapping. I mean, you know, me and Sebastian about how Hotter Than Hell sounds like it's an air conditioner was turned on. I remember asking Paul and Gene, I'm like, why the fuck does that record not sound as good as the first one? It sounds like, the songs are the greatest, but like when you turn it, you hear, it sounds like somebody fucking started an air conditioner or a lawnmower.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's weird because I wanted to be a DJ on the radio too. I used to work at this local station, WCNJ in Hazlitt.
Yeah.
Right at Airport Plaza. It was like 10 watts, and I played heavy metal records at night.
Yeah.
And then they gave me a job during the day. I had to play like shitty music.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't.
Still love your hard rock and your metal.
I
we need to bring John Jameson and my two, because I love you both.
Do you believe? I mean, I went to college. He was talking 25 years ago when he went to college, and you haven't stopped.
And I will never stop speaking.
25 years, you have been.
How about you and I? You actually produced some of my shows. We worked together. And you dated my co-worker, Chris Kosach, was your girlfriend.
That's right.
The first 3 VJs on MTV2.
So that's almost like we slept together.
We did.
Practically.
Yeah, luckily, and then you and I were just not, it wasn't our thing.
No, music was our thing.
But I still loved you.
And getting kicked out of Pete's Tavern.
Remember that? Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, my God. Now we're talking.
We've known each other forever.
We have.
I've never met him.
I love you.
Really?
Isn't it crazy we've never hung out?
No, we never hung out.
And I love you two so much on that metal show with Eddie. I mean, it's so good, man. Dude, it's so good. And I watch you guys debate, and I'm always thinking, I know, like, you know, I was there to be a fourth voice, but I'm just joking. I mean, I always go, but I love when you guys are talking about, like, well, that Van Halen record, or that Queen record, or that Manson, or that Rob Zombie. I always thought that Rob Zombie Manson thing might sound like a setup, but it was also cool.
Right. Well, you know what's funny about him, like, because everyone knows you know, there's a lot of knowledge.
There's a lot of shit in his head.
The last time I saw him, he was in Manhattan with his daughter, just walking down the street, and we ran into each other, and somehow, like, we started talking about obscure bands, and I go, you ever hear this band out of Texas called Speed Dealer? He goes, oh yeah, the first album has, like, it's brown and has a truck on it. I'm like,
you're like,
there's not a question he can't answer. There's nothing you don't know.
I love music so much. And you guys are so good together. Dude, I'm saying this. I mean, I love these dudes. I mean, I do. I mean, Don I already love because we were already friends.
Yeah.
We've been friends for 20 years, right?
Over 25.
And you're in Jersey. Yeah, 25. Yeah. And I love Eddie too. And in Jersey, dude, Jim, it's ridiculous that we never hung out.
Because you lived in East Brunswick and you went.
Yeah, I grew up there. Yeah.
I know. And I told him I cut lawns there. Probably cut lawn.
Yeah.
All the metal shows, all that stuff. Never.
Have you ever walked up to an artist? Because you guys, you know your favorite artist. You ever walk up to an artist and go, dude, I cut lawns to buy that record? You ever did that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I did it. It was the funniest thing in the world 2 times. Well, one was actually it was Don Henley on the Border, which isn't a metal record, but I'm sitting there pissing in Aspen, Colorado, in the bathroom of like this sushi restaurant, and I look up and go, Don, I mowed lawns and delivered papers to buy on the Border because I loved Already Gone. And he goes, hey, and he comes and sits at our table.
You were at the urinal?
Yeah, I was at the urinal. My other favorite is brushing my teeth.
Did you pee?
I did. You ever
What's he backing?
I didn't see his cock, but I will tell you this.
You're not allowed to say that.
Oh yes, no, on my channel I can.
He's just got a steady cam.
But how about this? I had a girlfriend. I was sleeping with this girl up at, like, lived on 125th Street. Came back, brushing my teeth in my office at MTV, and I look over and I go, Peter, is that you? It's Peter Gabriel, pissing. And then I brought him to my office to give him the cover of I Have the Touch, like Heather Nova did. Like, it was phenomenal. He wanted to bring me into the office with like the heads of the company, goes for a witness, and I'm like, I walk in, it's like the heads, and I'm like, I think, yeah, like they would have really liked if he had walked me the fuck in. You know what I mean? Favorite interview you guys did? You've interviewed so many people on that metal show. Who do you love interviewing there?
It's tough, man. There's always different ones that are.
I mean, who do you wish came to you guys haven't been?
Brian Johnson was the greatest.
Dude, he's one of the coolest
Yeah, Brian Johnson's unbelievable.
Dude, walks in, jeans and a t-shirt and the taxi hat.
That guy
no
is
entourage, no nothing.
The guy is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Brian Johnson, man, you know, like, because I love Bond so much.
Yeah, so does he.
And I remember, I know he does, Jordy and all that. When I was in the MTV Music Department, I grabbed Angus and brought him to the side and said, please, tell me fucking a Bond story. Give me something. Give me some Bond, you know. But I love Brian too. And you know what? Two of the coolest guys being singers in two bands.
Yeah.
And no matter how you argue about it, I love Sammy and Dave too.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
Know.
Sammy's
you know
a great
what I mean?
interview. You know, he's been on our show.
Yeah,
once.
Sammy's great to talk to.
I love Sammy and Dave too. I mean, you just...
Would love to have Dave on a show. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave's a great guy.
Sammy, you owe me an El Camino, buddy, if you're watching.
Dude,
He's because it matches my sideburns.
Oh, does it? Yeah.
The 70s thing.
Dude,
So he owes
favorite
me
albums, you guys, I know you've argued about it on TV. Favorite 5 rock records of all time. I need at least 2 or 3 from both of you.
Black Sabbath, Sabotage, Motorhead, Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades. First, still one of the greatest, most right. Dude, Ace of Spades is fucking, when you hear, I mean, I'm telling you guys, when you hear the rip on that vocal from Lemmy, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I love Sabotage too. You know what? I was sitting with the singer of King recently.
Yeah.
And we were went through Hole in the Sky. But Symptom of the Universe is one of my favorite songs ever written.
The heaviest riff.
Dude,
That riff in 1975, they come up with that riff.
Dude, it's metal and punk.
Yeah.
Megalomania. Yeah, I mean, obsessed.
The Red. The Thrill of It All. The Thrill of It All is my favorite Sabbath song.
Yeah. Dude, Sabotage is such a great record.
That's my favorite Sabbath also. And Power Rage is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
And then also the first Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, you do. I love it. You love that, dude.
Yeah, I love Rage.
And Tom was on your show too. And how beautiful is Tom? Is Tom one of the greatest guys in the world?
He's unbelievable.
Dude, I just texted him 2 days ago, and he texted me right back. He's like, "Yeah, I'm still on the road with Bruce till the 18th." But like always amazing, always generous, always gracious.
Yep.
Rockers I love, dude.
No,
and he's a fan too. You know.
Yeah.
Me and
I love Kiss. I love Sabbath. I love all of it.
He named his son Rhodes after Randy Rhodes.
Yeah, dude. You can't get mad.
Yeah.
Can never get mad about that.
No, I know. He's great.
My favorite story of, we'll tell it another time. May not be right for the camera. I got something really funny about that.
Well, you just said cock. I mean, what could it be so private? You said cock. What could be so private?
Yeah, I know. So guys, your favorite albums? You just said, you mentioned ones I love.
Power Rage. Yeah. Sabotage, same thing.
I love those records so much.
Just pick a Motorhead out.
Yeah.
Thin Lizzy, Johnny the Fox.
All right. Here you go. I just was hanging today with the Monster guys. I saw the Johnny the Fox tour. I was there watching them over at Queen. Fools go, Johnny the Fox. And how about Rocky? Dude, I love Thin Lizzy so much.
Me too.
And I have this whole thing with Lizzy. And I saw Lizzy twice. I want to talk about this. 1976. No, it was 77. Day of the Races. Opening. Johnny the Fox.
Yep.
And then I saw Bad Reputation, them headlining with Graham Parker opening. And dude, opening with Soldier of Fortune and dude.
Jesus.
What is not to love about Thin Lizzy, rock fans out there? I love Thin Lizzy so much. You guys do too?
Absolutely, yeah.
Phil Lynott, man.
A genius.
I never met him. And you know, everybody in the world from like Damon, who's now playing, who was in Brother Kane, is playing the Black Star Riders.
Yeah, Damon Johnson.
From Brother Kane, who I love. Right. He's amazing. Then you got Billy Corgan, Henry Rollins, all of us. We're Lizzy fans to the end. You know, I love that
Campbell
band.
too.
And
Vivian played for a little bit with them.
Yeah. You know, it was amazing. I finally met Scott Gorham. It was so funny because Ryan Downey did have no point of reference to know who I was. So I'm in Ireland, right, with them. And then fucking finally took him aside and go, this guy's actually fucking really, he does music, he's a big music guy in America. And then also Ryan Downey was like, hang with me, you talk to me after that. Otherwise he was like, he didn't want to fucking, but I love those records.
Shuffle, man, Ryan Downey.
So, I love the fact that you love those records so much.
Of course.
Every one of them. In fact, I was just listening this morning before I came to Columbus to Phil Lynott, Solo in Soho.
Oh, it was one of my favorites.
Albums, yeah.
How about, I'm a clap down hall.
See, he knows anything you say, he knows.
I mean, I love the records. I mean,
he just walked up to him in the street and just said, what's the third song on the first Phil Lynott solo album? We go, King's Call.
Dearest Lonely Hearts, King's Call, and it goes down the list. Dude, you know what I know?
Brilliant, man.
I just love you guys. I want to tell you how happy I am that metal show is killing it and winning.
Thank you.
Because it makes me so happy to see, because I always loved Eddie, and you know I do. So much. And you guys, the three of you together, it's just so much fun for a music fan to watch.
I appreciate that,
It's
man.
what
That
we
means
do,
a lot
you know, like,
Right.
it's like that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And it also proves that if you love music and you're a music fan, discussing and caring about music, it works, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are both amazing comedians, and I love so much what you do. It's something you do for stand-up. But like your love of rock too, with Eddie, it's brilliant.
And now we found a way to put them together, so
Yeah,
it's all
so
good.
I just wanted to tell you that.
And then tonight's gonna be brutal too.
Oh, we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Guys, it's funny because Sebastian as a Toastmaster, and then
Yeah.
I flew with Scotty E, and you know we've always known each other. Oh, and I love Corey too, dude. It's
gonna be good,
come on,
man.
you guys, Slipknot, Stone Sour too.
Yeah, both of them.
Dude,
Right.
Through Glass is one of the greatest ballads, in my opinion,
Right,
of all
absolutely.
time. When I hear Through Glass, it still kills me. I called my girlfriend. I went, man, I haven't seen Corey in a long time, or Clown, Chris, but I want to tell him, I'm like, dude, gotta let him know, still loving everything he's doing, and those 2 books he wrote too.
Yeah.
It's great. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. But,
Wrapping it up, all right.
But it's Don Jameson, Jim Florentine, That Metal Show on fanpass.tv. It's Matt Pinfield, fanpass.tv, but I'm so excited to see Clown from Slipknot. Chris, I love so much. Dude, how are you, bro?
Doing good, brother.
I love you. I'm so psyched to see you,
Still
man.
living, still jamming music,
We're still
having
going,
fun.
aren't we, man?
This is the last fucking thing I ever want to do in my life is some fucking roast.
Yeah, I know.
So I think I'm the party favorite. I think I'll have a little fun tonight.
Yeah.
I'll show them what a roast
You'll
is
do
really
amazing.
about. Yeah, you know.
Dude, I love you. You know, you and me have talked about so many records we love and like hanging out.
So much.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you remember the greatest thing you ever did for me, Chris? I mean, I got to tell you, remember you and Corey brought me up, like, and put me on the side of the stage at a Slipknot show?
Yeah.
But you had a guy, like, to make sure that I knew when the pyro was going off,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't blow my ears
and
out.
Probably still made you piss your pants, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Still does me.
No, it's fantastic, man.
Still
How you
living.
doing, brother? Where you living? Are you living in Iowa right now?
I'm living in Des Moines.
Good town.
And we're making a new record right now.
I can't wait for that next record,
I'm
man.
very excited.
How the rest of everybody's doing good, man?
Everybody's doing great. Everybody's cool. We're just about done with the record. We got shows booked.
Yeah.
We'll be back out in the
Dude,
world.
everybody wants a Slipknot tour. Everybody wants a Slipknot tour.
No one is.
Who doesn't not want a Slipknot tour?
No one
man?
is ready for what's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it.
You guys, you guys came so hard with every record. There was a new journey going on with the songs, and even the solo stuff you were doing, which I loved.
I appreciate it.
Remember I was playing that on my show?
Yeah, not very many people, even know I played drums.
I played it.
You know,
I mean, remember I played it on the radio, dude? You know.
I still love it when people bring up the other music I do, you know, and stuff like that. It helps out. It helps out.
Yeah, that's it, because we love
Everybody's
it. Dude, but you know, so Corey's 2 books are pretty amazing, like everything they've been through.
Yeah.
And I've been part of it. I've had similar situations, as you know.
Yeah.
I mean, no one doesn't know, you know.
Right.
Fucking, I always say to people, you try to hide real things in your life, you're not going to fucking be able to hide them, brother. They're coming out.
Yeah, you're human. Everybody's human.
Yeah, we are.
So
those books are so good.
Yeah.
Chris, to see you today and hang with you here, and you're going to be a part of this. I want to just explain what an amazing guy Chris Clown is to me from Slipknot. How warm when you and I met. We met in San Antonio, Texas.
Long time
It was
ago.
120 fucking degrees.
And I used to watch my friend on MTV every weekend religiously.
Yeah, and I love you,
Religiously,
brother. Yeah,
religiously.
it means the world.
Your
But we-
words always meant the heart, because I'm from Des Moines and we don't get a lot. So
Yeah.
I had to,
Well, I'm glad I could bring new rock bands to you.
Yeah,
Like when
I
you
had
were.
to pay attention.
Yeah,
I had to
thank
listen.
you.
I had to
Thank
listen.
you. It means the world to me. So I want to just tell you, Clown from Slipknot, here for the roast, my brother, but fanpass.tv. We're dying for that new Slipknot record, Chris.
It's coming. Be ready.
All right.
It's something else.
All right. Thank you so much, man. Love you.
Love you too, man. Yeah, good. All right. I'll see you in a
I
little bit.
love you. It's fanpass.tv. I'm Matt Pinfield. We are here for the Corey Taylor roast at Rock on the Range, and I'm so excited to be hanging out with Scotty, Ian, and Pearl. I love you guys. I saw you, like, you and I ran into you on the plane, and I'm just like, You know, you always look at people when you're on a plane, you're like, well, we're out of context.
Yeah, exactly.
And I saw you, I'm like,
what are you doing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Bro, I finally meet you, which is unbelievable.
I know. After
Your dad was so cool to me, like when I hang and interview him, and like, you know, I love his stories. Like, we talked about so many different things. You know, like, what I loved, I was funny, your dad, I love what he said about people. He goes, stop begging for people to clap for you. Do a fucking great show. Then people will clap for you.
True.
You know, I love your dad was so cool. We had so much fun. We had many a laugh about that, you know?
Right.
But I just gotta say, as a huge Anthrax fan, who I've always loved so much, you know, and the things that you've done with, you know, every record, but, you know, I'm the Man and Bring the Noise and all the stuff that you guys did, and this, your openness to like everything was just, I mean, as one of the original Big Four, I mean, to me that was always a really incredible thing, but you guys were the most open-minded dudes ever, you know?
Ever since I was a kid, I kind of only looked at music really in one way. Music was either good or bad.
Yeah.
I didn't really break it down so much, like into genres and categories and this and that. Either it moved me or it didn't, no matter what genre of music it was. So I listened to everything as a kid. I mean, I grew up in New York City, so I was exposed to every style of music you could imagine, except country, really, because there wasn't a lot of country in New York City.
Yeah.
You know, in the 70s.
And we don't hate that either.
No, but I remember seeing, you know, I would see Johnny Cash on TV as a kid all the time, and I loved Johnny Cash when I was a kid because he looked so cool and the lyrics were great. And so I think I just was exposed to a lot of music and a lot of good music, you know, so that's just kind of the way I've always looked at it.
I love it. And Anthrax, to me, that was, we were talking about fusing like the hip hop and the rock stuff. But I mean, like those early days, I mean, tell me what it was like in those early L'Amour shows for you. I mean, I gotta ask you, like, what is your craziest memory about that period?
Back then,
how about the first show? Like the first show you did there?
Back then, playing L'Amour it was always, you know, the first time, like the first time we headlined L'Amour's, it was absolutely a big deal because, you know, we had been going to shows there for years and opening shows there, and then finally you get to the point where you're big enough to headline at L'Amour's on a Friday or a Saturday night, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, and then you get there and then it's like, all right, you guys are going on at 2 a.m., you know, because they want to keep the bar open till 4, and it's like...
Back in those days, remember, they kept everything open till 3.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, like, you guys...
They were like, what do you mean we're going on at 2? Like, you know, that's insane, but there was no arguing. It's like, you don't like it? Go home.
Yeah.
So then the kind of the reality of it set in, but still at the same time, you know, it was awesome. And I mean, back then in the 80s, it was certainly, that place was... It was definitely kind of like a great meeting point, you know. It was a great touchstone for New York and the New York metal scene. Yeah. I mean, that was the spot.
I mean, you helped. I mean, you were friends with all the guys. I mean, obviously, Metallica still had Dave in the band and all the boys, but you guys were such. You embraced them as friends. Everybody was part of the same crew.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's, you know.
How about Johnny's from East Brunswick, my hometown?
Right.
How funny is it? I would go up to the Rudy Team flea market.
Me too.
And buy your records, and like everything, right? Remember the booth?
Yeah,
I mean,
I remember. That's where we met Johnny.
Yeah, so, and that was my hometown, so it's a great time. You got a book coming out. Can you tell everybody about it? Is it all right to announce it or no?
Yeah, coming out in October, a book called I'm the Man, and it's my story. It's not just even 33 odd years of being in a band and all the insanity of that and traveling and people I met and stories from that, but even, you know, it's my whole thing growing up in New York City as a kid and then into the band.
Listen to great rock and roll, seeing bands and everything you love.
It's you know, it's not boring. Let's put it that way. It moves right along.
Aren't you glad you saw those rock shows like I did as a kid growing up in fucking New York and New Jersey?
I just wish I had more money when I was a kid because
we had no money.
I missed so many shows because, like, if I had already bought tickets or something, and then it's like, oh, fuck, AC/DC's playing, but I had already bought tickets to see Ted Nugent, so I couldn't see AC/DC. Like, I just wish I would have had more money.
Yeah, so do I. You know what's funny? And that's why I always tell people, the reason I got into college radio and programming was for free records and tickets. So I could go see rock shows, you know? I'm like, I want to do that, but I mean, I loved it too. I want to turn people on to tunes, but you're the same way I was, you know, it's amazing. So I was telling earlier somebody here, I said, I pulled Angus aside once and said, "Tell me some Bond stories, man.
Right.
I need to hear them." You know what I mean? So, anyway, listen, it's so good to see you, Scotty. I'm so glad you're doing the roast.
Thanks.
And it was great to see you on the Planet Pearl. Finally, I get to hang with you and meet you. And it was such a pleasure. It's Scotty, Ian, and Pearl, and I wanted to just say fanpass.tv. We're here at the Corey Taylor Roast, and we will be right back with you. Hey, it's Matt Pinfield, fanpass.tv with Corey Taylor of Slipknot and Stone Sour. And I love this man. I'm roasting him tonight. What an amazingly kind gentleman you've always been to me since I became a fan on that first record that we met, you know? And
I appreciate that.
Remember,
I've been a fan. I remember us meeting. God, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
And you know, it was crazy. I remember you guys were playing Tattoo the Earth tour.
Yes.
And you guys had the masks on. You pulled them off. It was 110 degrees. And I just looked at you. I said, Corey, how the fuck do you keep that mask on all night and sing as great as you do? And then, and I gotta tell you, I have to just tell you one of my favorite songs, seriously, of all time, is Through Glass. I love it so much. And I called my girlfriend today. I go, I want to do something with Corey, and I just said, you know how much Through Glass means to me. I mean, I love that song so much. On Come Whenever It May. Lyrically, there's so much realness in. Talk to me about that.
That song, you know, that's probably one of my prouder moments, man. You know, like it came from the heart, and it was so simple that I just wanted to make a statement about where the state of music was, and it was almost kind of prescient in a way, because where we've seen popular music go over the last, 10 years. But, you know, it came together really well. It actually exceeded where I wanted it to go when we got into the studio and we really put it together. So it's one of my prouder moments, man. You know, it's still got a real message, and it means so many different things to so many different people.
It does. You know what it is? And that's the beauty of music in general.
Exactly.
Is that like there's something you can get from it. I get so much out of that song. I love it. It's one of my favorite songs. It's on every mix I can play for anyone in the universe.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
You need to know that. I mean,
That's
I'm
so
a Slipknot fan.
Oh, yeah.
And a Stone Sour fan, but Through Glass, it just still I was devastated by it. In fact, when I got it, I think I listened to it like, no bullshit, like 20 times in a row. I just kept listening to it. I was like, awesome. I gotta hear it, I love it.
Thanks.
Those 2 books you wrote really motivated and hit a lot of
thanks,
people.
Man. Thank you. Yeah,
Talk to me about writing. Was that really cathartic thing?
It was something, I mean, I've always loved writing. You know, I've been writing a column for a magazine in England for the last, going on 12 years.
Yeah.
So,
was that what, Kerrang or Metal Hammer? Or what?
It was a Rock Sound.
Rock Sound. It's good, man.
Yeah, it's really good. And I love the fact that it's a younger audience as well. So they talk about a lot of newer bands, while also, giving the respect to the older bands. So it was kind of like a perfect niche for me,
Because you're kind of like putting things in perspective, right? Like telling people the things you love and people love.
Yeah, they give me 800 words and I can basically say whatever I want.
Yeah,
which
is
that's perfect.
Like, okay, I can do that.
So that kind of made me, start thinking about, wanting to do like a full book, So I got offered to do it about 6 years ago. That's when I did 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
And then I did Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Heaven, and now I'm actually
Which is one of the greatest titles of all time.
Thanks,
anyway.
man. Thank you.
I love the book so much. It's it was amazing as I was in the studio working with a band, and the engineer was like, Matt, did you get Corey's second book? I'm like, no, he just brought it in the next day.
Oh, nice.
Bought it for me.
Nice.
And I was just like, dude, that's
thank you. Thanks,
thank you for buying it.
I appreciate it.
Corey, it's amazing, like, the journey that you've taken and the songs that you've written and the things that you do and balancing the 2 bands and just life in general.
I'm the first one to admit on any given day that I'm the luckiest guy in the world, If you'd have told me 20 years ago that I would be where I'm at today, I wouldn't have believed you in a million years.
Well, we love you, and you've moved a lot of people's lives musically, and
that's frosting
on the
books
cake,
too, man.
You know what I mean?
I love the fact that I've worked my ass off for a very long time, honestly, based off of opportunities. I mean, there was no guarantee that Slipknot would become what it was.
Yeah.
All it was the opportunity.
Yeah.
There was no guarantee that anybody was going to like Stone Sour when I brought it back.
Yeah.
All it was the opportunity. Same thing with the books. Same thing with the acting. I mean, all I had was the opportunity, and when you love what you do as much as I do, that's all that matters.
It
to
really
me,
is.
just getting the chance.
And I get that.
And that's and I try to tell that to all these kids who, you know, I'm on, you know, second generation now fans, which is weird. But at the same time, I love it.
Yeah, because they're great kids too.
Yeah, they really are.
And you want to give them the advice of like, just don't stop giving up on, don't give up on that dream, the thing you love.
Exactly.
Because that's what you did, and it's like.
I never gave up, man, and it took me a little longer, but you know, I found my niche, I found my thing, and I haven't worked a day in 17 years. So it's kind of
because it's your love, it's your heart.
Exactly.
That's why it's so great.
Yeah.
So it's so funny thinking there's a roast for you today, because I just like, you know, I love you. I just never forget the day you pulled your mask off, and there was like sweat and dirt down your face. And you're like, man, what do you want to like hang out, talk about music? I'm like, yeah, let's hang out. And I just look. I'll never forget that moment. It was a beautiful moment. I just went, dude. I go, how did you not collapse? But I love the songs, and I know all the fans out there of Slipknot and Stone Sour and Corey Taylor know we're grateful, and thank you for always. Thanks you for giving of yourself like you always have. And I'm glad we became friends.
Absolutely.
All those years ago.
We'll talk later. Right?
Yeah, we absolutely will. Corey Taylor, everybody. Fanpass.tv. Hey, it's Matt Pinfield, Fanpass.tv. Jamey Jasta, man. Hatebreed, who I love. Dude, what's going on, brother? I'm so happy to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man.
I mean, you know, again, it's like all my friends, we go back a really long time, man. You know, I want to tell people, for the young bands out there that are watching, how did everything start for you up in Massachusetts? Like, how did things go when you were up there?
Well, we started, you know, just...
Were you there, or was it Providence? Am I wrong?
Well, no, we're right in between New York and Boston and Connecticut.
All right, yeah.
So
okay,
we did a lot of our first shows in Massachusetts.
That's where I saw you the first time.
And a lot of our first shows in Providence, and then eventually we knew if we could get into CB's, we could make it.
And that's where I saw you, and that's why.
Yes.
A CB shirt.
Yes. We did one of the last shows at CB's actually, and we're doing Brooklyn at the Well this Saturday. We got the 20th anniversary coming up, so we just finished the Southeast Asia run, Europe, and they said, you know, Monsters presenting Corey Taylor.
You guys made Victory originally. You guys were guys.
Originally we did. All those bands that he signed, I think, you know, he signed them with Hatebreed money.
Yeah.
But Universal's what made us. You know, like the two Universal albums. We're you know, we got the 20th anniversary coming up. We're doing all those songs: Rise of Brutality, Perseverance.
Great records.
They asked me, you know, Monsters presenting this. They said, "Do you want to roast Corey?" I've never done a roast.
Yeah.
And so I'm nervous. I heard they're going at me hard. All my shit was nice.
Yeah.
But now I got to go back, and I'm changing to go mean on everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe. Sebastian, Jim Florentine.
He mean to all my friends. I love them all.
Right. Craig Gass.
Corey's the one guy you want to like, but you still love him. It's hard to be mean to Corey.
I heard he's going hard at me. I'm like, what the fuck did I do?
I think he loves you, dude. I mean, you know.
No,
he
it's
does.
good. And,
it's a brotherhood thing, right?
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
I swear, we owe everything to Slipknot, Corey, Clown, Paul, rest in peace.
Yeah, Clown, Chris, one of the best.
They took us on Tattoo the Earth, Ozfest 2001, Ozfest 2002, Ozfest 2004. I mean,
I recorded you there.
Unholy Alliance,
Yeah.
Unholy Alliance, us and Slayer.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the best. So it's nice to honor Corey while shredding him and ripping him a new asshole.
Yeah. But isn't it great that like all the guys from all the really amazing hard rock bands and metal bands and just and the hardcore bands, all brotherhood.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. And every time
the way you're very much like me in that way that you've always loved like any style of great hard rock. Or
of course. Actually, and believe me, man, you're like one of my influences. Like I couldn't have hosted Headbangers Ball if it wasn't for guys like you, you know, paving the way for us. So I appreciate it. And I was gonna say, you know, all these guys, like I won't see like Brian Posehn. The last time I saw him, I was in New York, and he goes, "Hey, you want to come up to Jimmy Fallon? I'm doing Fallon." So I went up there. And I haven't seen him probably 2 years, but when I see him, it's like we pick up right where we left off.
And that's how I feel about you, and with Corey, and all my brothers.
Totally.
It's that love of the music. We've all been friends forever.
Yeah,
supporting each other.
And a night like tonight, we celebrated, and everybody comes out and has a good time.
What a beautiful night.
It is. It's amazing. No, seriously, it is. You know, Jose.
Jamey, those 20th anniversary shows, man.
I know. We got to do the Chance. We got to do Toad's Place. We got to do all the East Coast shows. We'll see
where
what
are
happens.
the venues? Where are all the venues? We're
not sure yet. We're trying to figure it out. It's going to be in November.
The Hatebreed fans are like waiting. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You got to have, you know, you got to do some good venues. I mean, are you gonna do? Can you do 20 gigs? Or are you thinking of maybe?
I don't
less?
know, maybe 10, maybe 10, just to see. You know, my daughter's 15 now. My sister has 3 kids. I don't want to go out.
I got a 14-year-old. I get it, brother.
I know. It's crazy. So I don't want to go out for like 4 or 5 weeks anymore. But for the 20th anniversary, everybody's gonna Twitter me and Facebook me. Yeah. You gotta come here. You gotta come here. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try.
Yeah,
sure.
you know, and you're there. You love your kid. You're taking care of your daughter. And that's what it's about, man.
Honestly, she has everything that I could never dream of having when I was growing up. You know, so it's like, thank you. If you bought my record, if you bought a T-shirt, or you came to a show, honestly, thank you so much. I can't thank the fans enough. I can't even believe that we've been around 20 years. You know, I tell people,
Jamey, you've always stayed true to yourself, bro. I mean, I know that about you and me. You were always. That's the thing I love about you. Like.
Yeah, we never
You're still the
changed
same
the message
guy
of the sound.
that you always were.
Thank you. Well, coming from you,
that
that means a lot, man. I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate it, Jamey. It's fantastic.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Jamey
guys.
Jasta, hate breed everybody.
Let's do some shit with Access TV, too.
Ow! Yeah, we'll do that.
There you have it, guys. That was Roast on the Range the night before the incredible 3-day Rock on the Range extravaganza. Are you guys ready? Most amazing bands. We will be interviewing and showing you the live feed, which you can see right up there. If you miss anything, check out our YouTube channel. This is going to be one for the books. Rock on the Range 2014. Let me hear you guys.